Hello, Shereen here. How are you? Thank you for watching this video. We have a lot to talk about. We have so much to talk about because we are in the thick of COVID-19. Today is the 24th of March, 2020. And wherever on planet Earth you are sure to have some knowledge. You must have heard some news, be it print, online, on your radio, whatever channel you get your information. Certainly, COVID has taken the world by surprise, and we are grappling with COVID. Uh, World leaders are uncertain. Some of them don't know what to do. Many of them are taking the advice of the World Health Organization because it's been declared a pandemic globally. And so the planet Earth is experiencing a health crisis. Now, whenever there's a crisis, we must take note, we must pay attention. And so the 10 points that I'd like to share with you today, 10 lessons I'd like you to take away from COVID-19. It's the coronavirus, and apparently it's respiratory. It affects our respiratory system. And so it is easily contracted, apparently, once you get within close proximity of someone who has it, yes, and their any spittle or bodily fluid gets into your system, apparently in a matter of days, you will experience these symptoms, and it will affect your body. So again, whenever there's a crisis, there are some strong lessons to take away. And I would like to share 10 lessons I think you should take away from this. Because whenever there is a crisis, we must pay attention and we must learn from it. Learn from it and be better for having experienced it, because I think we will survive. All right, I have my list here. Let me begin. Number 1. What affects one affects all. And so this is a lesson to all of us that what we do, yes, it's not just about you, it's not just about the other person, it's about the community wherever you live. Yes? And so think about it. COVID started in China, and here I am in the United States of America. There you are, wherever you are on planet Earth, yes, you're affected by this. Whether you have a business, whether you are a student, yes, whether you are a parent, you are an employer, we are all affected by this. And so the lesson here is to be mindful of others when you act. Think also about your lifestyle. Think about your health and your hygienic practices. Yes, what you do affects not just you, those around you, and by extension, the community. We could even go a step further. Think about global warming. Think about recently the widespread wildfires in Australia. Think about areas that are experiencing unprecedented heat and cold. Think about areas that are being flooded. Yes, right here in the United States, some areas were flooded. I think it was Mississippi, if my memory is correct, right? And so we have to pay attention. Think about pollution, deforestation. We have to be kinder to our planet, right? Earthquakes, natural disasters, heat waves, right? I touched on that. So let us be a little bit more mindful about what we do and how we do it, because what affects one will eventually affect many, and in this case, ultimately affect all. Number 2, the fact that change is inevitable. There is no getting around it. I don't care who you are, what you do, where you are, what your thoughts are. One thing is certain: change is inevitable. And in this case, here we are. Here we are. We, we are now forced to stay home. We are now forced to practice social distancing, right? So you shouldn't be in public and be within closer than 6 feet of the other person or persons. Social distancing. Imagine that. So change is inevitable. And in this case, it is socially. In other cases, economically. Well, not even other cases. This is an example economically as well. Because I don't want to jump to the other topic, but change in terms of your finances, change in terms of your social interactions, how you get your job done. You can't make it to the office or the brick and mortar, so you will have to do so from home, right? Via technology. And so we must adapt, right? We must adjust. We must be flexible. That is what life is about. There's no getting around it. You just have to be. You just have to be. All right, so number 2, keep in mind that change is inevitable. Can't get around it. So you must embrace that mindset, because some people are so set in their ways. They're not willing to make any changes. They're not willing to adjust. They're not willing to do anything differently. And so my message here is change is inevitable. And if you're not willing to change, I'm afraid you will be left behind. All right, number 3, let's move right along. There's a saying. I'm an island girl, born Jamaican, now living in the United States. But there's a saying, and I don't know if it's popular elsewhere, but we have a saying in Jamaica: make hay while the sun shines. Make hay while the sun shines. And what that means is that you must seize the moment, make the most of now. Because here it is. We are in a health crisis. If not addressed rapidly, it will morph into an economic crisis. And think of all the spin-offs. If you're not able to pay your bills, if you're not able to go to work, if you're not able to interact with family and friends, it's a domino effect. So, make hay while the sun shines is simply don't procrastinate. When you have something to do, do it. Do it. Because you don't know what tomorrow brings. Here it is. We are in the thick of COVID-19, where we are forced to stay home. And just think of the things that you had to do before this. And you said, okay, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next month. I'll even do it next year. This is March 2020, and I'm certain that many, many, many people have yet to take on their New Year resolution. It's March, January, February, March, because they're in the habit of putting it off. And I'm saying the lesson at this time is do not procrastinate. When you have something to do, you do it. Act with some level of urgency. Seize the moment. You don't know what tomorrow brings. No one knows, not even the fortune tellers. Because if they knew, right, they certainly would have sounded this alarm that this health crisis is about to come upon us. So, seize the moment. Let me ensure that I'm not leaving out anything. I do have some notes here. So in terms of seizing the moment, while doing so, you do not want to be tone deaf. You do not want to be insensitive. You do not want to take advantage of anyone, and you do not want to engage in any illegal or unlawful activities. However, you do want to help others, yes, where you can. You do want to do good. Yes, it's nice to be nice, and it's good to help when you can, right? Do what you can to reach your goals within the limits, right? Or the limitations, and do what you can to benefit. But again, not at the expense of others. Don't do that for a moment. And my friend, I also want to encourage you to live your life and enjoy the moment. You know, some people are waiting for tomorrow and next week and next year, and when this gets better and when the finances are better. No, seize the moment, live your life, enjoy now. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. All right, let me get to my other point, number 4. Let's move right along. Be still. That's it. Number 4 is be still. Some of us are too busy doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing constructive, nothing meaningful, nothing worthwhile. Yes, I pause because you know this is true, right? Some of us are too busy doing nothing. Some of us are uncomfortable in our own skin. Some of us are uncomfortable being quiet. There's a time for everything. And I think this COVID-19 here, March 2020, is telling us to be still, be still, be still. Be still. It's time to think. It's time to reflect. It's time for introspection. Yeah, it's all that. That is what being still is all about, right? Forget about the noise, the external noise, the noise of the world, the news, the yap, 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 yap. No, be still. It's time to think. It's your life and you need to take stock. Yeah, as they say, take stock, right? When you take stock, you assess what you need to restock, right? As if you had physical goods, right? You need to order something or you need to dispose of something or whatever the case may be. Be still, be still. That's the message that's the lesson for number 4. Let's get on with number 5. A good follow-up from number 4. Assess your life. Yes, you are an adult and it's your duty. You're duty bound. Assess your life. Who are you? Where are you in terms of reaching your goals, what you want to achieve, where you want to be financially, emotionally, in your relationships? Absolutely. Assess your life, right? What is your relationship with your God or whichever higher power you acknowledge or you turn to? I'm telling you, we are on this earth. We are here for a limited time, and we must accept and embrace that there is a force greater than us. And so I don't want to preach to you, but it is certainly worth giving some thought to. Assess your life. That's number 5, pardon me. Number 6, what will your legacy be? Have you taken a moment to think about that? What will your legacy be? When you are no longer on this side, what did you do with your life? And what will you leave for others to benefit from? Will you write a book? Will you create employment? Will you build an institution, a school, a homeless shelter? I don't know. Will you give of your time? What do you want to be known for?